this before, but I was doing it in a different way with my phone and it just wasn't coming out right. So hopefully this will come out better. I'm just going to go over our January budget for the challenge that we started in January. Today is March 1st, and we have results for January and February, and let's take a look. Here we go. So hopefully this is working. So as you can see, January, I think I already showed you January in a previous video, but we had a lot of expense on Ken's side. I did a big shopping trip on the first trip and loaded up on some things. And then Ken, he had a couple of bigger shopping trips later on in the month. And we could just take a quick look and see what are these items in shopping trip 1, 6, and 7. So let's go over to January for a minute and we'll go up to shopping trip 1. And so for me, it looks like I purchased a lot of meat. This is cheeses. This is an ice cream. It's a large container of ice cream, and that lasted for the entire month. I did also buy regular Breyers Carb Smart, which actually Ken ended up eating. I think he about half of it he ate, and so that really is split between the two of us, but it's on my my account. And pretty much that's it on my side. That really had a lot of higher expense. And this cheese, I normally buy Great Value cheese, but this was a brand name. I forgot which one, Cracker Barrel or something, and it was a higher cost. Usually Great Value cheese tray is like $4. So $4 and something. So this was more. So let's see, the next biggest shopping trip for Ken, let's see, go down here a little bit, and there you go. Here's one larger trip for him. And he had some beer on this trip, some beef, chicken. So he's buying quite a few things. You know, regular food. I think the first trip he didn't buy that much food. And so this is his bigger shopping trip. He bought coffee, and I usually am the one buying a lot more coffee, but and I'll add that when I buy coffee. I didn't loaded up on coffee the previous month, so I didn't have a lot of coffee in this month expense. So yeah, and then the following one, this one's not that big. What he bought chicken wings, and I don't see anything that really catches my eye. Here's some beer, but his shopping trips are normal. So this was a normal month. Here's a $93 shopping trip on his side. But again, it was his beer and chicken wings. So nothing crazy, but still it added up at the end of the month to be, more on his side than mine. Now, let's go back to February. I loaded up on the first week because I was doing meal prep. I'm using a meal prep service. And so what it is they have recipes, and I use their recipes. They're macro friendly by Elise Ellis, and I'm enjoying that. And I thought that if I did that, maybe Ken will also have some with me. And that has worked out where I've made things and he's enjoyed it. So he's eaten some of the food that, even though it's all on my side, it's actually split. But we did spend a lot more money this time. Yeah, we spent almost $1,000, whereas last month it was $737. So we kind of killed the budget. But I want to say this last shopping trip was this past weekend, and really it's like into the next month. So I'm not too upset about it. I think we need to do better for sure, but that's what February looks like. And you know, this is why I'm doing this, is to see where I'm spending my money and where we're spending our money and how we can do better. Okay, so let's take a look at the first couple of shopping trips here and some of the bigger ones. You'll see that, you know, let's go back to the top here. Let me scroll up here. And you'll see that we are, you know, just buying regular things. We bought, you know, 4 pounds of shrimp. That's because of the recipes that I was making. Obviously, Ken has eaten Captain Crunch, so not gonna say anything about Captain Crunch. We all like our little sweets. And protein powder, you know, that's good. I'm not gonna, that's good nutrition right there. Yeah, so here's some Chobani. I bought 5 of them. That was not for a recipe, that's for snacking, and you know, at least it has protein in it. This was for a recipe, this Laughing Cow. That's not something I usually buy. This rump roast, I made Mississippi pot roast. I'll try to insert a picture here. I bought a slow cooker because the one I had in New Jersey, it wasn't doing so well. I actually got rid of it, and so I needed a new one. And I got a really nice one from the Ninja. It's a Ninja Pro. So I'll post a picture of that, video of that. So I made this roast. I made sandwiches as part of the Elise Ellis meal plan. It was Italian sliders and it was a um, roast beef sliders. And Ken's got some pork chops in here. You know, I expected this to last a couple of weeks and it did. A lot of this food I still have, like some of the things I bought on this trip. There's a lot of bread here. These breads and tortillas, I still have some. They're being used for lunches and wraps and things. And the Hawaiian rolls, I bought a couple of those. They are for the sliders. And I bought another big pack because I had breakfast sliders also. So that lasted a while. So the second trip wasn't that big. And then we had some one-offs. I bought protein bars. I added it to the shopping list because it is food. I don't think Ken tried 1 or 2, but these Built bars that I bought are kind of chewy and you know, he doesn't like the texture too much. They taste good. Yeah. Let's see, anything else? Publix, we had the BOGO sale. We didn't really need much of this stuff. Ken bought wings. There was some items for recipes and just for stock up, and because they were having a BOGO sale. And that's probably one of the things that jumped up our February budget, but it was for the pantry and yeah, I'm not upset about that. And I'll post a video of all the things we got BOGO. This kind of upset me here. These were supposed to be BOGO cake mix and it didn't come out as BOGO. So I don't know, we probably bought the wrong kind because that happened with the whipped cream. There's a certain size that you had to buy to get the BOGO and I just missed it. I actually made Ken go back and fix it because I noticed it while we were still in the parking lot. And let's see, this is not a big trip, not a big trip. And then these are small trips. There's nothing, you know, $38. We went to the big super Walmart and bought some stuff that was just for the household. So that's why there's a whole bunch of stuff in that household column. And then this last trip, which was this past weekend, I did buy some chicken breast. I have some items for recipes for the next couple of weeks, and I am going to remake those excuse me, Italian sliders. They came out really good. I'll try to remember to insert a picture of that. And yeah, there's really nothing else. This is for a recipe. There's a copycat breadstick recipe I want to make. I bought some bagels, mini bagels. I'm not going to eat them right away. They're going to last for a while. So I still have, I think this is going to last me a couple of weeks. So this is February, but I'm thinking that some of this stuff that I've loaded up on is gonna reduce March. So let's cross our fingers and hope March's budget looks better than January and February. You know, we can only get better from March because March was kind of a lot. So excluding the household items, you know, I spent $983 in February. So we'll see how that goes for March. All right. Thanks for watching. Talk to you
Put the
soon.
seasonings in, and we set it on high for, it's supposed to be between 4 and 6 hours, and we'll see what happens. If it looks good at 4.5 hours, then we'll stop it. If not, we'll keep on going for a little while. Alternatively, you can cook this on low for 8 to 10 hours, but it's already 1 o'clock. So. And here's the finished product, all shredded up and nice and ready to go.